but we are back and we are ready with all the action, and we are going to catch the moments on this particular game. And as you can see, the score for Alice, it's 7 points, and Vaishali got five. And we join it at an exciting time because the evaluation bar seemed to be inching in Black's favor and then resetting itself, but now it's firmly in Black's favor.
Yeah, the bar was swinging in this game. While we were away, it was Alice Lee to take another win. So a 2 point lead. That means it's must-win territory almost now for Vaishali with 4 minutes left. And we see some trades. It's all about the white bishop, though, on c1. That piece is locked in. That's why we see the bar sliding. And if she can keep it locked in, Alice Lee is just going to win this match. Queen e7 is guided against the bishop getting to a3, but re-established now. Pawn to a4. The threat is coming. Ivanka, this could still turn. This is still very complicated.
Yeah, and as you say it, it actually happens on the board because the pawn on e6 was hanging. Could have been taken, and now you're seeing that white's pawn wedge there in the middle of the board is super strong. And now all that he needs to do is move the queen. And are there any almost tactics, right, on e6 with some bank rack ideas of rook f8? But here it goes. It's coming in right now. Rook f8 on the agenda.
Yeah, rook f8 was a winning threat, hence black's need to drop the pawn to g6 and defend, but h4 traps the knight. It's not threatened yet. The white king is on the h-file, unfortunately, for Vaishali, but if she just moves her king out the way, there we go. The black knight is toast. It's falling. We're going to get a decider with just a couple of minutes left as Alice Lee desperately drops her knight out onto f3. It's off the board now. Ivanka, it's going to be a one-game match, 7-6. Alice Lee, is she going to play this one out to checkmate now just to burn time off the clock?
Exactly. She needs to do that. She needs to do that because she's completely losing on the board. So she has to use every over the board strategy she has possible. And there you're seeing she's just simply a piece down. And Alice is struggling here. And there you can see Vaishali, she wins it. And the score is 6 points to 7 in Alice Lee's favor. Alice has the white pieces, 2 minutes and 43 seconds remaining in the overall competition. So Vaishali is in a must win scenario here if she wants to level the match and take it to tie breaks.
Vaishali plays a really solid line, but it's well known that black is trying to equalize this one. It's basically the Grunfeld with the reverse colors. White could have played a forced draw line, basically, actually. If she hadn't traded off c-pawns, maybe she could have gone for that. 2 minutes on the clock. A draw with white would pretty much bank her the match here, taking 2 full minutes off. She's fighting in the center, Alice Lee. Black's pawn pushes forward to d4. She's going to trade off the knight on f6 in a moment. This is a dream start to this game, Ivanka. If she only needs a draw, Alice Lee, she's getting close.
Yep, if she only needs a draw, that is very close. And there we see some trades. Well, there are some great things about Vaishali's position. She has a protected pawn there on a d4, but Alice is just applying the pressure on the center. And this is one of the trademarks of the new junior in chess. They just simply go on the counterattack. You attack 1 point, they just hit it with an offense. And here you can see queen takes e5, the pawn drops. While this position is getting wild, as you were seeing, that bishop takes h6 is the move that white should have played, but it's all systems go here for both sides. Anything can happen.
Anything can happen. And look at this double attack hitting the e4 pawn, hitting the b2 pawn. Alice Lee has lost control completely now. And the e4 pawn was the one to pick off. Ooh, suddenly bishop takes h6. She might have missed this tactic once, Alice Lee. She doesn't miss it a second time. And everything's getting hoovered off the board now. So many trades, so many tactics. The black knight was undermined. That's why you couldn't take the bishop. And Ivanka, when the dust settles here, it looks like Alice Lee is going to be level material. She only needs to draw. She's getting so close now. 45 seconds left on the match timer.
Yep, and match timer, you see 40 seconds, and we see the players also on their final seconds, under 20 seconds for Alice, and she just has to hold firm. And for Vaishali, she just has to see whether she can keep the pressure on Alice. Just play with the fact that she has that. Then we're seeing bishop takes knight. Excellent move there from Alice. And this match has been full of all these twists and turns. It's been completely unpredictable. And Vaishali
Oh,
advancing
look at
f5.
Vaishali's eyes. Look at her eyes. She dropped the d4
Oh,
pawn, Jovanka. With it, her chances for winning this game are nearly toast.
oh, and there. It was just a question of being callous on the board with seconds left on the clock. And now all the best that she can hope for is a draw. And that is not enough.
And Alice Lee is even winning this queen and pawn endgame. She could have given a check on e8, but she wants to just sit and do nothing. She's got enough time on the clock. Barring Alice Lee flagging, this is going to be a one match for her now. Oh, she's just
Oh,
going to put her queen on f4. Fortress for white. She only needs a draw. She can take queens off the board. She's winning now, Alice Lee. And Vaishali with a grimace. It's going to be over. Last few moves of this game and this match.
yes. And you saw it there on Vaishali's face. She knows it is over. This king and pawn endgame is completely lost. And there you're seeing Alice just quickly move up the board. It's all about the f pawn. And there you see Alice Lee wins. And with that all important victory, she takes the lead and she takes the match. Wow.
Wow,
There you see the
incredible speed
disappointment.
skills. Incredible speed skills by Alice Lee there. Just so fast, so ruthless. And poor Vaishali, it looked like she was doing so well. She kept the tension alive, just dropped her pawn there in the time scramble. But ultimately, Alice Lee, what a streak she was on, Jovanka. And taking the match due to that power performance in the 3+1 ultimately.
Yeah, I mean, it was absolutely incredible what Alice Lee did because she suffered not one defeat, but three defeats in a row. But she was able to bounce back from that and just, as you mentioned, take the lead in the 3+1. And when it came to the 1+1, well, it was all about holding her nerve. Well, we are going to go on a short break. And when we return, we're going to hear more from the person herself, Alice Lee, as we have an interview with her. So stay tuned.
Yeah. Thank you. Hi. Yeah, I can. Thank you.
Hello and welcome back, everyone. And joining us here, it is, of course, Alice Lee, who just won an incredible match against Vaishali. So, Alice, that was a match full of twists and turns, wild adventures. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I feel pretty good. I think after the first segment, I wasn't super hopeful about my chances. So to win, I still have some more hope in the tournament, I guess. So it's really great.
And
Yeah.
Alice, that was an incredible change of momentum, coming back from a few defeats in a row to suddenly go on a winning streak. What was your kind of mentality like there? Were you flustered at all, or were you always confident that you had that in you?
Yeah, I mean, after the first segment, I was pretty disappointed, but I think also she played well, so I didn't really have like too many moments where it's like, oh, I blundered and that's why I lost. I think it was just because I kind of got outplayed in some games. And this actually happened similarly last year in my first match against Sarah Kadem, where I did quite badly in the first segment. But then I thought, I think I'm typically better at like the faster it is, the better. So when I went into the 3+1 segment, I was like, okay, this is like Teta Tuesday or closer to like Blitz, and like 5+1 is a bit slower.
Yeah. And I was going to ask, I mean, you didn't have too much time to readjust, reassess. Was this kind of your strategy? I mean, were you just going to bank on the quicker portions, or did you actually do something a little bit motivating during that break?
Oh yeah, during the break I was playing Puzzle Rush just to like get my mouse speed back. Because I think in the first segment I was actually playing quite slowly, so I was just like, okay, I need to speed up, and as long as I'm just like not playing moves that blunder a piece, if I play fast, then it actually is quite good.
Uh, do you feel, Alice, there were any turning points in the match? What was kind of the highlight for you in terms of the way the games went, the match momentum?
I think once I won two Blitz games in a row, then I was behind by 1 point, and I kind of thought there that if I'm able to maintain this, I think going into the bullet, I should, at least if I'm down by one, then I should have chances to come back. So I think like once I kind of lessened her lead, I was pretty happy, and I think that was also where I started to gain some momentum, and then I also won like two games in a row after that.
And and did you have any special kind of preparation going into this match? I mean, did it work out for you?
Oh yeah, I was playing a lot of Blitz and Bullet yesterday night. So I'm not sure like if that was super helpful, but I think for the faster portions it was. But it is a bit different, especially for bullet because it's 1+1, which is unfortunately different from 1+0. So there's not as much of the flagging aspect. That is kind of fun in bullet. Yeah.
And Alice, we have some questions from our chat who've been following and cheering you along every step of the way. And Blood Artists asks whether you have any particular method of winding down and relaxing after a stressful tournament day.
Oh, I think I'm not sure. I think in the past, like when I play in these online events, I usually just want to play more after this, so I go. But I don't know for like winding down. I guess I just like not looking at chess as much.
It's a good answer. You need to relax as much as possible. And we also have a question from Krishna21234 who asks, any choice of drink hydration for online play?
Oh yeah, I have this sparkling water with me. I'm not sure if you can see it, like LaCroix. It's pretty good. And usually I have like a cup of water or something like cold next to me. So if I'm like, because these, it's like physical exercise you need to stay hydrated.
Yeah, and it sounds like great advice. And do you have any tips for online play for our viewers or for anyone at home?
Mm, I think find like an opening that you're comfortable in, and like it's not like you have to like study it super deeply, just something where you can feel the positions well. And I think once you get that opening, then you can do quite well. Even if it's like not your main opening, just having a blitz opening is usually quite useful.
And Alice, I have a map behind me because geography was one of my favorite subjects at school. We noticed you have a periodic table behind you. Are you studying a lot of chemistry right now? Is that something you refer to a lot?
Oh no, this is actually my brother's old room. So he was, more into STEM than I am, or like also the science. But yeah, I mean, I guess if I'm working on chemistry or my homework next semester, I can look at the periodic table.
Nice.
Nice stuff. And well, let's have a look to the road ahead because you've made it through the round of 16 and you're into the quarterfinals. And you'll be facing either Paulina Shuvalova or Mary Arabitsa. Have you ever faced any of these players before?
I think I played Paulina once in the 2023 Isle of Man tournament, but I lost that game. So I think, of course, both of these players are quite good. I've seen other games, and neither of them will be an easy opponent. But yeah, I'll try my best in the next match.
Well, thank you, Alice, for joining us here. And congratulations once again on entertaining us with some incredible chess. And we wish you the best of luck as you progress into the quarterfinals. Woo! That
Thank you.
was quite the adventure. And there, once again, we can see Alice Lee makes it into the quarterfinals alongside Hou Yifan. And now the path has been set. Who will join them in the quarterfinals? That is the big question. Still plenty of exciting matches ahead for us in the round of 16. David, what a day of chess so far.
Exactly. What a day. We saw Hou Yifan win in the first match of the 2025 WSCC. Yes, the score was one-sided, but the games were very close. Nice to see the world #1 woman as well back in action. That was a very one-sided match on paper, but this last one was so close, so streaky, swingy. Vaishali on fire at first, then Alice Lee really clutching up, and yeah, just incredible. She's so kind of mellow about it, but she's so talented and so modest. Nice to see. She's got a lot of fans out there, I know. And Ivanka, it's been a pleasure, of course, calling all the shots, watching all these games with you.
Yeah, absolutely, David. It has been an incredible experience just watching all the chess, just getting gripped by the excitement. Couldn't have asked for a better day. I'd like to thank everyone at home as well for joining us and tuning in, cheering on the players and joining all the fun. And we are going to be back on Thursday with the Women's Speed Chess Championship, where more of the players come out to see whether they can make it to the quarterfinals. It'll be Wenjun against Anastasia Avramidou, and it'll also be Katerina Lagno taking on Alexandra Matseskaya. So join us on Thursday and see you then.